Good morning, guys. I am going to share a quote with you, and I hope that you can embrace it and have a great weekend. You don't have a right to the cards you believe you should have been dealt. You have an obligation to play the hell out of the ones you're holding.
Whatever it is you may be going through, I know it's not gonna let it get the best of you.
Hey guys, so I did record this video yesterday. Unfortunately, I did not post it. I had some other stuff that happened, and I was in a lot of pain, so I did not post it. Originally, what I had made was to talk about skating, and because I had some questions as to how I was possibly able to skate with all of my medical issues going on. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I'm not going to hit on it as much as I did because I'm having a lot of issues coping with that for some reason this week, especially with having to let my coaches know that I won't be able to do it anymore. And just really, I'm starting to accept the reality of what my life has come to. I kind of did say that on Monday that probably by the weekend it would start to hit. I was pretty accurate on that. I am pretty in tune with my body and knowing when my emotions hit and how hard they hit. So this morning was pretty rough, but I am determined to make this video and post it today. So I did buy a new video editor because I am not fond of what Apple provides in laptop version. I do love it so far. I really don't know how to work all of it yet because there really isn't tutorials. So I'm going to try to do that this weekend. But mostly I am hitting on figure skating. And it is getting to something else. So I picked up figure skating as a hobby. It wasn't something that I thought, and my parents thought was going to go much farther than once a week, 1 hour a week hobby. I'm going to say this as easy as possible. Up until August of this year, I didn't have any pain. So it is really, really having a toll on me and my body and my mental state because I was dealing with all of these medical issues. I had all the specialists. I was seeing all the specialists in and out of school, in and out of college, but I never had any symptoms. So up until August, it was tolerable and acceptable to be skating and to have a hobby and to have something that I could work towards and work on and gain stuff in. And it was a passion and I love it. And it really does break my heart when I say that I can no longer skate, that it's not an option. If I were to even fall just gliding on the ice, it could be something that I would really regret later on. So going into that type of aspect, when a lot of people are judging how or why I put my body through this and why my parents allowed me to do this, the only injuries I had from skating were typical sport injuries. They may have been a little bit more than minuscule compared to some other people's, but with the exception of my dislocated elbow and nerve damage in it and my torn meniscus, which was last year, it was just the typical sprains, strains, injury muscle type of thing. Now, when I had said before about the Ehlers-Danlos, when my body does those type of things, yes, it is accurate to say that my body will not go back the way it was before as a normal body's would. But again, there was no pain, so there was really no good reason in my mind at the time to stop it. My parents had mentioned from the beginning that I was going to regret this later on, and it's going to catch up to me. My body is going to catch up eventually. For me, I don't want to say I was naive, but I was very determined and very passionate, and I loved what I did. And it's one of those things where you really don't know until it happens. So as much as I don't want to push that quote or that idea it's very, very accurate. I didn't know that my body was going to catch up to me at 24 years old. I didn't know that chronic pain and all of this pain, you suffer every day and you have to take it hour by hour. And I didn't know that all of this stuff was going to be so detrimental to me. Had I known that stuff, skating would not have been as competitive and pushed as much, and I would not have pushed my body to such extremes. But again, it's one of those things that you can't take back, you can only gain from. And I'm not here to say that I'm upset or angry or hurt that I'm going through this stuff. I don't wish this on anyone though. All I can really say at this point, where I am now, is that I'm learning that there's. Sorry, my phone's gonna go off. I'm waiting for phone calls from doctors and meds and stuff. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. So, what happens with my body at this point, I cannot control. What happens medically, I can't control. The only thing that I can control in my power right now with my life is how I want to look at it and how I view my life and seeing the little things. And that's what I want to hit on really, because Christmas is 2 days away. New Year's is coming up. There's going to be a lot of people posting stuff about New Year's resolutions and all of this stuff. And it's extremely hard for a lot of people. I know a lot of people that are going through eating disorder stuff that's extremely hard, other mental stuff, depression, anxiety, suffering through chronic pain, dealing with pain, having the loss of someone this year, having the loss of anyone at all. I mean, this is all stuff that I see in my everyday life. And I'm sure a lot of other people do too, but they're just not able to put that out there. And I wasn't able to do that until recently because at this point I have nothing to lose from this. The only thing I have is to gain support and to show people that you're not alone. So, although my heart is breaking that I can't do something that I absolutely love, my concept behind this is if you love something, never take it for granted because you don't know when it's going to be gone. If I had known that July was going to be the last time I would ever throw a double, or the last time I'd ever even skate or lace my boots up or put a competition dress on, I would have really, really sat there and embraced that moment. But unfortunately, I didn't know that, and that's typically the way it is. That's just life. So, for anyone going into the holidays that's having a rough time, you are loved, you are worthy, and you just need to keep pushing through because things will get better even if it's not right now. Everything is temporary. So, although this video is a little bit different than most of my other ones, I didn't want to keep throwing medical out there and not show the vulnerable feelings and just keep throwing medical stuff out there. So I really don't have much to update you guys on medically right now because I didn't have many doctors. I thought I did. This coming week is going to be pretty chaotic. I am going to try to bring you along because my mom will be with me, so I won't have the issue of losing my camera. But I am going through with the second rib injection procedure. That will be happening next Thursday. If that works, as the other one did temporarily, I'm going to be going through with the abrasion surgery, which is nerve burning. I will update you more about that specifically and try to bring you along for that journey, but they're very weird in that surgical center, so I don't know how much I'll be able to get, but I'm going to try. So other than that and my hip issue, which I did hit on, I believe, last week, I am still in PT. It is extremely hard, but I am still kind of pushing through. I probably won't make a video until after Christmas, just because I'm really struggling right now mentally and physically, and a lot of symptoms are super, super strong with pain and I'm having a hard issue with controlling it for whatever reason, the last 3 or 4 days. So we're trying to keep me as comfortable as possible right now, and CVS is just causing a lot of issues. So there's a lot going on, and I probably look a little bit more spazzed out than normal, so I am sorry for that. But since I won't be seeing you guys until after Christmas, I will see you before the new year. I wish you guys the best holiday and that you can really embrace all the love you get. Even if it's something small, be grateful for it and really, really try to stay humble. See that you're blessed and find the little things, even if it's one thing a day, one thing a week, one thing a month. Find those little things and really hit on those because they matter. So, with that, I will leave you guys. And I really, really hope you have an amazing, amazing Christmas. Or if you're Jewish, you had a happy holiday. And thank you for following me on my fight to freedom.